Hey guys, Kevin Cage back with another cryptocurrency update. Welcome to the channel. Like and subscribe if you're serious about investing in the digital asset space. And let's get right into it today. One take and uncut. So to kick things off on this Sunday morning, just sipping some coffee here. Pardon any stuttering, guys. You know me, I'm still learning my English. So again, one take uncut right here. So on Bitstamp, guys, believe it or not, one of Ripple's earliest gateways back in the day. We are on tradingview.com for those of you that do not know, looking at XRP on the daily, just drawing a little parallel channel here from wick to wick. And as we can see, guys, we do have tremendous upside. I mean, obviously just peeking out, you guys can see, I know following the fractal in this pattern that tends to repeat in these markets, and XRP and silver do run in tandem. Now, not every ratio is the exact, but again, these types of moves often do rhyme. So a lot of people are predicting, say we hit 22 23 cents going to 34 cents, approaching all-time high, and then the show really gets interesting. Now, a lot of people say we're never going to pass $10. Guys, whatever you believe, do what's right for you, but I know where this market's going. I'm not holding some mini amount of XRP. I'm not dependent on a 3-digit XRP, but do I believe we're going there in due time? Absolutely. And that's not financial advice, guys. Just do the simple math and understand the Euro system, these gateways that we're connected to. If you can pull the order books and look at the volume that is coming from these groups, you'll understand that the liquidity within XRP is not ample enough to supply this. So what happens is demand is increased, and this will drive the price up exponentially. We've heard many people, and again, anyone from Ripple associated with them is not allowed to speculate on the price. Every time they don't, talk about and avoid price, it's because they legally cannot. They're legally binded not to. All right, just understand that. And again, XRPL is open sourced when it is used by on-demand liquidity with these institutional flows. It only goes over the XRP ledger one time. Okay, now understand, if you guys even read Galgatron's recent blog, or not recent blog, it's an older one, but I wanted you guys to read it in one of my previous videos. We can talk about XRP being too fast for transactions. No, like that is a very good thing. That's the very thing that makes XRP so superior to other digital assets when it comes to solving the payments problem. Understand, even with on-demand liquidity, I know XRP goes over the XRPL within 3 to 5 seconds, but the manual things of a few minutes and exchanges and everything like that, it could still take a few minutes. And when there is a demand for XRP in thousands of transactions per every second, there's still not going to be enough XRP in the open market to be sufficient for this demand, and it will push it. There's going to be net overlaps. All right. So a lot of people are predicting, various things. I'm not going to give you a time. I told you 2020, in my opinion, will be the year of the digital asset. You guys decide for yourselves whether you take profit at 30 cents, $5, $15, $100. Do what's right for you. Write an exit plan, stick to it. All I'm saying is, me personally, I'm leaving a lot on the table for life because I'm not looking to leave, one of the protocols that could be the backbone of the Internet of Value in order to go back to USD when, inflation is going to be crazy. The Fed, their balance sheet, they're printing like crazy. I don't want to go to something that will continue to lose value due to inflation. All right, look at the dollar chart and you'll understand exactly what I'm talking about. So just wanted to share this. And again, before I forget, so last all-time high was, approximately, let's say January 4th. I'm not going to get it there exactly, but let's say into this day. So, we're around 880, 890 days since last all-time high. Look how long these bear markets are. But then the bull runs are within, a month or 2 months, and they're entirely explosive. This last one went up 1,600%. That's a 16x on your investment. And this is before, keep in mind, before actual utility. This is, complete speculation. Was it, just following a pattern in the markets, just like we see, many of the major stock indices doing? Perhaps. You can speculate endlessly. Everyone has their theories of, oh yeah, it was XRP being tested. Oh no, is Bitcoin being manipulated? It was just whales. It's just simply how the market moves. You guys can believe what you want. All I'm saying is this is an emerging asset class, and I believe that when true adoption comes at scale, if you guys really think that there's not going to be more of these big explosive waves, I don't know what to tell you. It's not going to be a slow and steady climb upward for any of these digital assets. Because if it were that way, I think traders, market makers, institutions would take notice. Okay? The longer it goes slow and steady is the more chance or more opportunity for you and me and everyday retail people to make more money off this market. That's not how these banks, that's not how, these groups function. They, again, put out propaganda and fear to keep you out of the market, and then boom, explode. They'll have a narrative ready for you, and then boom, explode again, and you guys won't have time to get in. That's just how it is. The people that made money, remember, there was a bull run. So we know this one, but there was even bull runs, in 2017 early on. So these were the big ones. And keep in mind, guys, like around this point, this is when I like first saw XRP. It was around half a penny, I swear to you. It was early spring, maybe like March, if I remember correctly. And I swear it was like half a penny. You know, let me just try to dive in and see if we can find it. And then we'll keep going. But, and I know some people have been, you know, in this market since 2015, 2013. Awesome. My only regret is I wish I was here sooner. But again, yeah, look at this. So even March 1st of 2017, we can see it at 0.005, anywhere from there to like, you know, look at this. I mean, March 23rd, we can even see at 0.007, less than a penny. You can see this growth. People say XRP doesn't appreciate. Well, that just shows me that you're just a newbie and you've only been here since maybe 2018, late 2017 or 2020. It's called patience. This investing is not for everybody. If it were, everyone would walk away with money, and this is not how it works. If you are down in your, investments, set and forget, take care of your mental health, go do something. But again, I don't want this money, like at least what I've invested. Of course, I don't overinvest, but I don't want this money to just go sit in a bank account and when negative rates come, suffer from that. I'm already on the bottom right here. We are literally at the bottom of this channel. And I think a lot of experienced traders, a lot of investors understand this, whether you like XRP, whether you like Bitcoin. I'm just saying we're on the verge of another bull run. And that is just fact. As you can see, I don't think we're going to break it, and I don't think we're going to go until December for any movement. And time will tell, guys. I believe 2020 will be the year of the digital asset, just like many people in the industry have said. 2019, the year of, connectivity, integrations, things of that nature. Well, now, we're essentially ready, guys. The infrastructure is being built. Same thing, and we can see, excuse me, we can see these types of similarities between now and many other explosive transfers of wealth in the past. Okay, so now let's get into the information briefly. That was a little rant for you. So right here, guys, again, roughly 83 days since XRP's all-time high. Bear cycles last, bull runs are quick and explosive. From December 11th, 2017 to, again, January 4th, it was only 24 days and XRP went up roughly 1,600%. All right. It's simply a matter of time. So next up, really interesting. So we have Securitize, the platform that both Coinbase and Ripple heavily invested to early on. They are making a name for themselves. Keep an eye on this specifically. So we got Quantum Mind 4. Thank you for sending this my way, man. So we got June 5th, 2020. Securitize broke another psychological wall for the sector, paying out the first security token dividends for lottery.com. Milestone, Securitize issues first security token dividends for lottery.com. And this is just the very beginning. All right, so let's just read a bit about this because I do want some of you to know about it, especially if you're a newcomer. These types of platforms, whether you're looking at PolySign and standard custody, whether it's for trading, storage, or even bridging the traditional legacy markets and helping tokenize and digitize them so that they can be a part of this new asset class, it's simply the future. Okay, there's going to be many use cases, and just like every industry, there's going to be many successful businesses that come out of it and new technologies. We want competition. This will drive the innovation. So right here, boosted by an impressive range of investors since three years since its founding, turning illiquid assets into fungible securities, guys, all about tokenization of securities. So right here, and again, if you do not believe that all forms of value are going to some form of digitization, don't watch this video. You guys can stay in 1970. But all right, because I've seen like some weird comments on my YouTube videos thinking that this is not happening, and it is right in front of us. We understand the benefits of asset fractionalization. This is simply the future. Now, there's something really cool in this article that I want to show you, and it's a great example of the future of the Internet of Value. So the first dividend issuance for security tokens. Case in point, if you happen to hold an illiquid asset such as a stock or a bond, you could face difficulty when it comes to transferring that asset without losing major value. This is where tokenization comes into play, a process which is anticipated to bring significant benefits to financial securities, guys. Not only speed of transactions, not only being able to trade and own it 24/7, 365, not only asset fractionalization and being able to own, fractional parts of a share instead of having to buy an entire share. I could go on forever about this, okay? Even trading fees will be lowered. It will even be able to interoperate between other platforms, or you can actually own your own platform. The possibilities are limitless, and we are just on the verge. And I can't pretend to know exactly how this is going to pan out, but I think you can agree with me that it is exciting for sure. So, again, excuse me. So lottery.com, guys, Austin based, we can see 35 countries, 50 employees, $9 million in revenue, has chosen Securitize to handle their dividend payouts. We can see their first, Securitize is the first SEC registered facilitator of dividend payments for lottery.com's security tokens. Also, little price prediction just for fun if it hasn't happened already. Watch Tezos again, provided that Bitcoin or the market doesn't take an unexpected pump, provided it follows the Fibonacci sequence. We can see, XTZ Tezos following, Chainlink's footsteps and trying to go up another 30% or so. I don't know what it's at. Maybe it's at $3 right now or $2.90. Give or take, you can expect in the coming weeks or days, I would say Tezos to, $3.40, $3.80, something along those lines. All right, for all of you XTZ holders. And again, they are solving real partners. Some people didn't like how they ran everything in the very beginning, but no project is perfect. And I think there's going to be tremendous upside for many. Let me get a sip of coffee here. But all right, here's a quote from the CEO and founder of Securitize, Carlos Domingo. So, the first payment is significant for all of us in the industry. It's another great step in modernizing capital markets by enabling digital securities. We firmly believe the future of all assets is digital. Exactly. Talking about leveraging their infrastructure for distribution of dividends. This is just another use case. They said it's a no-brainer. It's easy to pay all of our token holders in the way that they want to be paid. No more waiting for paper checks. No more waiting for slow, transfers over the legacy infrastructure. It can be autonomous with smart contracts, so you can create these if-then statements, and when a certain criteria is met, it automatically goes through. How is this not revolutionary, guys? This is, true automation. All right, let's keep going before I keep ranting here. So right here, Matthew, L-I-N-Y, sharing Bahrain in this document. As we can see here, guys, we'll go to the very top. So GCC, promoting blockchain technology adoption in the financial sectors or services sectors, insights from Bahrain's experience. So all we'll do, we're just going to be lazy here. I already read through this whole thing, essentially kind of skimming through the important parts. And we're just going to do a Control F for Ripple Strategic Studies, May 2020. So recent as well. And essentially just mentioning Ripple here, digital currencies with distributed ledger tech, blockchain decentralized models, networks like Ripple. We got Fabric, which again is going to be massive. Understand the folks at Hyperledger and Ripple are working together to help bring capital markets. Just understand this too. Ripple's best interest is XRP appreciation. And I don't think it's going to be, a super slow and steady thing like all of you conservative, level-headed thinkers think. In my opinion, my favorite people are the ones that are a tad radical. And I know you guys might think that being conservative is the way to wealth and being super sane and, getting 10% returns or 20% returns in a year. But no, I kind of follow the 0 to 1 approach by Peter Thiel, one of the, investors in OpenCoin, which is now Ripple today, one of the first investors in Facebook. It's truly, a quantum way of thinking. All right, so again, core with R3, offer new infrastructures for P2P money transfer and cross-border payments and settlements between banks with the potential for higher efficiencies, lower costs of settlements, and remittance prices. Remember, Michael Arrington and his hedge fund group, they sent $50 million. Guess instead of taking 6 days or, 3 days with the 6% error rate, and they didn't have to call to find out when it was, $50 million via XRP was sent within 3 to 5 seconds, and it costed him, he said, about 20 to 30 cents. I mean, I could just literally drop my mic right there and upload this video. This is proof of concepts, guys. Now, understand, some people are unhappy with XRP. They're unhappy that there's billions locked up in escrow and that Ripple acts like that central bank. But guess what? There are business development contracts for the distribution of these assets, and there's a greater plan for actual financial adoption and institutional use. If you like other assets, that is fine. I get it. But I am simply here for one reason, that is to make money. And XRP is a no-brainer in my portfolio, whether you hold, 3 cryptocurrencies or 20. I just think that, you should have a little XRP to hedge. And for me, XRP will continue to be my biggest position unless I see something alarming, and I do not. I believe there's been a greater plan all along, and I think a lot of people that have been here agree. So, mention of Ripple as well. We can see talking about decentralized ledger applications, Ripple, Litecoin, Bitcoin. All right, and then right here. So GCC region to buy, sell, and store Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, and Ripple using their bank accounts and debit cards back in 2019. And then talking about cross-border specifically, during the last 2 years, SADAD announced 2-week projects based on blockchain tech. In 2018 of October, they signed up for Ripple's XRapid product. And again, that is part of the X series, exclusively used XRP. Now it is called on-demand liquidity, or ODL. So whenever you see a company announce that they're using ODL, that means they're using XRP in live transactions. Probably low value, ramping up that volume in due time for remittance corridors, but it is just the beginning, guys. There's going to be many other groups in this ecosystem. So blockchain-based remittance services and cross-border money transfers. It plans to offer a crypto mobile wallet application to store crypto assets. I'll talk about that another time, but this will be also a very big thing in the future. All right. I think that was it. And again, just talking about the consortium, or the consortia of banks: Ripple, R3, Quorum, Hyperledger, etc. All right. And again, sources down below if you guys care to look at that. Right here. Now, this was recently uploaded as well. So the last mile playbook for global payments. And we're going to finish up the video with this. I'm going to link this in the top of the video description. Really cool read. And if you guys want to see some of the corridors, the potential, how many, billions of dollars are sitting in remittance markets, and again, small to medium enterprise flows, you can take a look at this. I think it's a really good, kind of document. It's only 14 pages if you guys want to read a little bit more, talking a lot about what we cover on this channel. And I don't know why it's so slow when I scroll down here, but again, cross-border payments take weeks to settle. We can see examples in Argentina. Again, their peso, tons of inflation. It's honestly a true dilemma. I know that, Ripple is recently meeting with the Central Bank of Brazil. They've been, working with them easily since, June 2019 when they launched. But again, huge things. And this is more than just messaging. This is more than just settlement. There's going to be a greater plan. And this is going to allow all of this dormant capital, anywhere from $2 trillion to $27 trillion, sitting idle, doing nothing, as just in case money in these pre-funded accounts, to be released upon the economy. Can you imagine even getting, a 3% return on some of that money, or using that money to invest in new revenue, revenue generating opportunities? That's why banks are excited. Now, understand, tier 1 banks make a lot of money off the friction in the ecosystem. I've already talked about why there will be a level playing field in previous videos, and why eventually everyone will be forced to kind of make it more fair, allow financial inclusion for all. Okay, the pros and cons to everything, but understand this: the fintechs are coming. Ripple and many others are going to force banks with innovation to finally lower that type of tyranny that they have. All right. And again, that's the tier 1 banks. The lower banks absolutely want this tech. Let me scroll down. I don't know why it's so slow. I just want to show you a few things. So for example, guys, you can see Argentina, the remittance flows nearly almost 5 billion. You can see their SME flows almost 50 billion. You can kind of see their, customer characteristics in their, country. You can see the speed of settlement. It's really cool to kind of get, an idea of what this is. Now, they talk about their state of digital asset regulation, the winning move for them in that specific country. You can go through each one. I found this to be really interesting. Notice Australia, we have operating hours 24/7. Well, some countries aren't lucky enough to have that. We can see these operating hours are only on business days and limited from 7:30 to 5:30. And again, no APIs. So we have some countries that really need to catch up. Okay, Australia, you're live 2018. You can see Brazil's, a little behind. So they're kicking things into gear too. All right. European Union. I mean, we can talk about all of Europe as well. Target too. Just watch. You have to understand that all the major gateways and software provider partners are connected. It's Task Group. It's, Volante, Finastra, Temenos. They're all connected with Ripple, and they're all helping these guys, because understand the governments are not equipped. As I say in every single video, and many people say this, governments do not innovate. They adopt the innovation that the private sector is building. Notice that during this global pandemic, even in the healthcare sector, we saw talks about the administration just saying, yes, we are teaming up and getting help from our private sector. The private sector is the one with all the money. So again, this is the same thing in the world of finance. All right, optimizing liquidity management, payouts into Mexico. You can see all of this. I just recommend you guys take a look at this if you're curious with Ripple. I'm just more interested in, the world of capital markets, and I'm willing to wait for as long as that takes. I 20 cents, of course it gets boring looking at the price and seeing other cryptos moving. But whenever I see someone complaining about XRP price, that shows me that they, one, might not be trading or knowing how to make money. Two, they're only invested in XRP. Three, they're new to the space and just have a lack of patience. And a lot of people say this: patience takes a long time. So with that, guys, I'm going to call it a day and kind of enjoy the rest of my weekend here. And I hope you guys like this video. Share it around. Let me know your thoughts down below and what you want to see in my next video. Thanks so much.